From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast with Wish TV's Kylie Conway. A Wish TV News 8 update.
Hi, I'm Kylie Conway, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 for Tuesday, May 9th. After dealing with some humidity the last 36 hours or so, we're going to get some relief. Some really comfortable air and cooler temperatures are moving in. Going to see a lot of sunshine today with highs in the low to mid 70s. And the winds are going to be slightly breezy at times. So really a picture-perfect spring day here in Indiana.
I mean, how could that many people willingly participate in such a horrible thing and not report it? I just don't understand.
Parents face the Brownsburg school board. Some say they no longer trust the district. They shared frustrations at last night's meeting, the first since prosecutors charged several school staffers with neglect or failure to report it. Police say a 7-year-old student with special needs was forced to eat his own vomit at Brown Elementary. They're upset leaders kept this from parents for 2 months before releasing any information, and now parents are listing demands of what they want. At the meeting, about a dozen parents stood in front of the school board. One mother says she wants cameras in the rooms, education for staff when it comes to discipline, and provide stress relief for all teachers. Others say this is a failure of leadership. Superintendent Jim Snap apologized to parents last night. He says the Brown Elementary principal found out about the incident last month through a text from a teacher. Snap says the principal then reported it, and the district brought in the Department of Child Services. Now, as we've reported at Wish, court documents show a teacher told the 7-year-old that if he vomited, he would be required to eat what he threw up. Another teacher who was there provided a tray for the child to vomit on. After the child vomited, a third staff member provided the spoon that the child was told to use to eat his vomit. In total, 5 people are facing charges: Sarah Seymour, Deborah Knipe, Julie Taylor, Kristen Mitchell, and Megan King. Seymour and Knipe are both charged with neglect of a dependent, which is a felony, and failure to report, which is a misdemeanor. The other 3 are charged with misdemeanors. Brownsburg's Cardinal Elementary School is set to reopen today. Fire officials believe lightning from a Sunday storm is what started the fire. Students were out of school yesterday while the district performed air quality tests. School officials say the results show the building is safe now. The district says that crews are now working to repair some water damage in several classrooms. Temporary spaces are set up in the meantime. Police are asking for help, and neighbors are frustrated after a deadly double shooting on an Indianapolis street. The Saturday scene at 21st and Ruckle has further shaken an area that neighbors say has seen an increase in violence. 24-year-old Olivia Brown and 27-year-old Darian Wiley died in the shooting. We spoke to people who live and work in the area. One says he's done.
Couldn't be really any happier than just getting out of this whole area. I mean, it's not the first time we've heard shots, so I just really hope that this redevelopment around the area is really going to change, and hopefully this stops happening around here.
IMPD is asking you to reach out directly to the detective on the case if you know anything that can help solve the double shooting. You can go to wishtv.com where you can find all of that contact information under our top stories. In Fort Wayne, authorities say a worker is dead after being injured at an Amazon warehouse. The Allen County Sheriff's Department says crews were called to the fulfillment center at about noon yesterday. The department says the employee was taken to the hospital where they died. No other details about the death or the person's identity have been released. Amazon shared a statement with News 8 saying thoughts and prayers are with the employee's loved ones. The facility was shut down for the rest of the day yesterday. No word whether it plans to reopen today. The Indianapolis City County Council will not move forward with its no turn on red proposal. As we've reported, the proposal would restrict turns on red lights at specific intersections downtown. The council was scheduled to vote last night, but the Indiana General Assembly passed a bill last week that prohibits cities from restricting turns at red lights. The council shared a statement with News 8 saying it's still committed to safety in the city. It says the decision by the General Assembly has an obviously negative impact on the safety of our pedestrians and cyclists. While our original plans have changed, we remain committed to addressing their safety. The City County Council also voiced its support of the city's LGBTQ community last night. It passed a special resolution that creates a Transgender Youth and Family Safety Day in Indianapolis. 9 councilors were behind the special resolution, and they say that it reaffirms the city's commitment to the safety and freedom of the trans community. It comes after newly passed laws affect the trans community. They're laws that Governor Holcomb says he believes protect young people. However, Indiana Youth Group's CEO calls them an attack on freedoms. Indiana's Attorney General has hit a setback in his effort to curb TikTok use in the state. Todd Rokita is suing TikTok. As part of the effort, he asked for a court order preventing the social media app from claiming in app stores that it had infrequent or no references to drugs, sex, or other inappropriate content for children. A circuit court judge in Allen County rejected the request, in part because TikTok app transactions happen out of state. The man accused of hitting and killing 8 people with his SUV in Brownsville, Texas, is now charged with manslaughter and aggravated assault. Investigators say George Alvarez lost control after running a red light and plowed into a crowd outside a migrant center. They say they're now working to determine if the crash was intentional. 12 people were also injured in the crash. The man accused of shooting 8 people to death near Dallas over the weekend served 3 months in the Army. A Defense Department official confirms Mauricio Garcia was discharged soon after he joined in 2008 over mental health concerns. Investigators have said that Garcia appeared to have obsessions with Nazis, weapons, and mass shootings. They're also looking in to see if he's linked to extremist groups, noting that he wore an RWDS insignia said to mean right-wing death squad. In the aftermath of the Outlet Mall shooting, Monday saw a sign that some Republicans in Texas are edging toward new gun laws. A state House committee approved a bill that would raise the minimum age to buy certain kinds of rifles. 2 Republicans joined Democrats in the 8-5 vote. The move sends the measure to the full House. Leaders there have not said if they'll consider it. President Biden is set to welcome 4 top congressional leaders to the White House to discuss raising the debt ceiling. Biden invited House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, and Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell. The meeting comes after months of debate over the debt ceiling. The U.S. Treasury says the U.S. could default on its debt by June 1st if lawmakers don't take action. And the president also says airline passengers deserve better. Biden spoke Monday about his administration's new plan, which would require airlines to cover meals and hotel rooms for flights that are delayed or canceled over things the carrier can control, like low staffing or many mechanical issues. The Transportation Department has not set a date for finishing the rules, but says it is working quickly to start the process. The trade group that represents the airline says most cancellations are caused by extreme weather or air traffic control outages. Today, a jury in New York City is scheduled to begin deliberations in the rape trial against former President Donald Trump. 9 jurors will have the chance to decide whether advice columnist E. Jean Carroll's claims that Trump raped her in the 1990s are true. If the jury decides in Carroll's favor, it can award her compensatory or punitive damages, or both. Trump has maintained the accusations are false. All right, in Pacers Watch now, one Indiana City's loss looks to be another one's gain. The organization and city leaders in Noblesville have plans to build a 3,400-seat arena for the Pacers G League team. The Noblesville Council is set for a vote on the plan tonight. The site is in Finch Creek Park near 166th Street and Bowdoin Road. The estimated price tag for the facility is $45 million and would further bolster sports and entertainment development around the park. The pace car for this year's Indianapolis 500 is set to be revealed today. IMS President Doug Bowles will be joined by former Indianapolis 500 driver and team owner Sarah Fisher to unveil the car today. It's taking place at the Yard of Bricks at 2 this afternoon. And to business headlines, your favorite Starbucks drink may cost a bit more starting this week. The coffee chain said it will begin charging an extra $1 for customers who ask for their Starbucks refreshers to be made without water. When ordering through the app, customers have the option to edit the drink add-ins, which includes eliminating the water. The Starbucks spokesperson compared the customization to adding an espresso shot or flavored syrup to other drinks, which also adds an additional cost. Amazon is launching a new unit to distribute its movies and TV shows to other media outlets besides its Prime Video streaming service. Amazon MGM Studios distribution will make the programming available to rent or buy on other services and on airplanes. It will also license the shows to foreign TV networks. Twitter will purge accounts that haven't been active for several years, and this could lead to a drop in follower counts. CEO Elon Musk says if users log in, they can possibly prevent their account from being purged. Americans have legally bet $220 billion on sports since 2018, according to the American Gaming Association. More than 30 states have legalized sports betting since the Supreme Court's ruling in 2018. Experts at the Family Vacation Guide compiled a list of top U.S. travel destinations for families. Florida dominated the list with 3 cities in the top 5, Miami, Marco Island, and Orlando. Also in the top 5, Boston and Aspen, Colorado. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 for Wish TV. I'm Kylie Conway. Online at wishtv.com and like us on Facebook when you search Wish TV.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast with Wish TV's Kylie Conway. A Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening. And be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.